Just, again, proud of the way our kids came out in the second half. Obviously, it was a hard-fought battle there, and we just came out, seemed like, with a lot of confidence and a lot of energy in the second half. To hold them to 21 points is pretty impressive, and then we shot the ball extremely well and knocked down a lot of threes. And again, this team's showing some maturity and handled it well after the game. Enjoy this for a few hours, and then got to start getting ready for the next one. So again, it was a good day though, and proud of the way our kids responded after a close first half.
Yeah, 4 players off the bench took 48 minutes of playing time. Wasn't the starters didn't have to be out there with Carolina being so shallow? How did y'all take advantage of that?
Well, I think you got to give Carolina credit for getting, they got us in some foul trouble, and we felt like that might be the case, and they did a nice job of attacking our guards and putting them in a position where it was tough to guard without fouling, and so we've kind of forced our hand, and that was another big thing. I thought in the second period when we had Dom and Maya both on the bench for quite a bit of time. Our kids held it together, and we survived it, so to speak. Camille Anderson, Amber Richardson, both of them haven't gotten the reps probably that they should, so that they're a little more prepared for that situation. And they weren't perfect, but Camille knocked down a couple of big threes. Amber went and got some rebounds for us, and we were able, like I said, to hold it together and actually go into halftime with a lead. With those kids, Maya and Dom, both sitting out most of the second period. So it was a good job of them filling in the gap there.
What was going through your mind in between the quarters there, the first and second? You weren't as active on the sideline, directing. You were watching more, and Carolina was keeping pace. Going through your mind that, if they stay like this, what do we have to do to win this game?
Well, again, I know their numbers are down right now, but they still have a lot of talent over there. Those kids are some pretty good players, and so you knew it was going to be a battle. I knew from I know we widened the score there in the second half some, but again, they're a quality team, and we had stress keeping them off the offensive boards. I think they scored 7 second chance points in the first half, so they hurt us some on those. We had some careless turnovers at times, but that's what they do. I mean, they're athletic, they're long, they fly around, they play hard, and they put a lot of pressure on you. And so, again, trying to just settle our kids down and let them get in the flow. We didn't shoot the ball extremely well in the first half, but we maintained some confidence and came out in second half and really started clicking. I thought we moved the ball well. The ball didn't get stuck in people's hands. We were able to reverse it, especially against the zone. I thought we did a nice job. And again, got 4 kids in double figures, so you got some balance out there. So it's tough to just take away one.
Typically, both Dom and Maya are your 2 players who play the most minutes. Tonight it was Ashley Williams. Talk about her game, especially playing with both Dom and Maya.
Yeah, Ashley's just stepped up and done an unbelievable job. We had an injured Kayla Ely, actually from here at Broughton High School, freshman that we were really counting on to play a lot of minutes at point guard, and she had a knee injury early in the year, and so that really forced Ashley Williams into a bigger role, and she's responded extremely well. I mean, she's a tough kid, not blessed with great size, not explosive athlete, but she's so smart. She knows how to play angles. She obviously shoots the 3 extremely well, so handles the ball for us when we need her to. So again, she's been invaluable, no doubt. Those 3 guards out there together, Maya, Dom, and Ashley, they just play well off each other and complement each other.
I don't think there's any top 25 voters in here, but if there were, what would you tell them is why you should be in?
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. This team has come so far, though. Early in the year, you guys that were here in November and December, it wasn't very pretty. And, we had a couple of hiccups in there, and but this team just keeps fixing things, We were horrible turning the ball over one stretch, and, giving up 30, 32 points off turnovers. They fixed that, They've done a better job with taking care of the ball. We were getting killed on the boards. People were beating us with scoring 25 points off second chance points, and, they kind of fixed that. So I'm very proud of the way they've kept improving, kept working, and stayed focused with it. And so I think we're a much better team than we were a month ago, and hopefully we'll be a much better team a month from now than we are, at this moment. But we just got to keep getting it done, keep getting better, take care of business, don't take any days off, and, all that other stuff will take care of itself.
You talked about increased maturity that this group has had. As a coach, was there a time, practice, game, whatever, when switch all of a sudden went off and you just saw something that was different? Of course, 7 wins in 8 games, yeah, that's a success.
Yeah.
But was there a time that you could just tell something good's happening?
Yeah, it is hard to put your finger on it. Obviously we opened up with Miami on the road at the end of December, and that was not very pretty. It would have been real easy for that to snowball, but we came home, got a couple of wins, and, I think that just fed our confidence, and, we've played some good teams. Obviously, you go on the road and beat some good teams, won 3 or 4 games on the road, and you go toe-to-toe with some of the top teams in the country, and you start to realize, hey, we can compete with these folks. So I just think, like I said, it's more about them. They've just kept improving and keep, like I said, being more and more confident, and they're shooting the ball well, and they've worked at it. Our top kids, you take Dom, Maya, Ashley, Jen Matherin, some of our better shooters. They're going to be there way before practice. They're going to be there after practice. They're not wasting any time, and it's great to see them be rewarded for that. They're shooting the ball extremely well, but it's no accident. They've worked for it.
It's a fact of life right around here that you go way and win a basketball game, but if you beat teams right in the neighborhood, everybody gets excited about it, and on the other side too. What is having beaten Duke over there pretty well and then beat Carolina like this? What does this do for your program?
Well, again, it's I think Coach Godfrey always says this is a tough neighborhood. It is a tough neighborhood. So you want to enjoy these wins. At the same time, though, heck, we got to go back over there in a couple of weeks, and they'll erase that score, and it'll be a dogfight over there, I know. So you don't want to get too high. Somebody mentioned after we beat Duke, it had been a long time since State had won over there. Hey, should we go out and celebrate? No. These are ACC. These are league opponents. I want to get this program to a point that, it's expected to win, not that, hey, we upset them or whatever. So, not getting too giddy about it. There's still a whole lot of work to do.
They obviously were playing a game following an announcement that their head coach was not going to be leading their bench, and those types of emotions that can impact the team. Did you consider that in any way?
Yeah, I was afraid it would impact them in a very positive way, that they would rally. And, their situation is a little different. Andrew Calder's been over there on that sideline and with Coach Hatchell for 30 years or whatever. So, I think probably Coach Hatchell and Coach Calder, I think they probably think each other's thoughts before the other one even speaks them. So I would feel like he had a pretty good idea of what they wanted to do and the way they wanted to approach this game. So, but I was concerned more from the fact that, Coach Hatchell's well-respected and their players could very well rally around her in that situation. But, again, our kids just played a really, really strong second half, and other than that, it was a pretty even game. And, like I said, we'll have our hands full again, I'm sure, when we go over there.
Impressions of crowd today, Ron?
It was good, and I actually went through Reynolds Friday for the first time since October. I'm excited about that, and it is going to be obviously a little bit larger venue than this, but it's going to be a good size where I think we can have some great home court advantages there and have a really neat atmosphere. Who knows? Maybe we'll have some scalpers out front. We get this thing rolling and get the fans going. So, but it is exciting, and that's what I tell our players all the time. If you win, they will come. Kind of like Field of Dreams. You build it, they'll come. You get this thing going. State fans are the best in the world. If we give them something to come watch, they'll be here. So we just got to keep doing our end.
Is the game against Notre Dame another opportunity for you?
Yeah, sure. Obviously the team will be off tomorrow, and we'll spend that time preparing. A big challenge. Obviously, one of the top teams in the country on their home court. But that's what you're striving for, trying to get into that level, and we're taking steps, but still got a long way to go, and this will be a good measuring stick, no doubt. It'll be, like I said, it'll be a big challenge up there. I watched Rudy last night, so a little bit on TV, so I'm kind of hyped for it already.